I hope we're live. Welcome to another race car talk live stream on YouTube. Turnpike Racing League in the house. Tonight we have a special guest. A lot of people know Connor, so who knows? We're bound to have some fun tonight. So let's see what happens. We'll be back in a second. All right, Connor in the house. What's up, Connor? You're live on YouTube. Yeah, man. You should be.
Oh, we're live. I can see it now.
Yeah, bro.
What's going on?
All good, man.
How's everything?
Man, just chilling. Just chilling on a Sunday night. So,
Having me?
man, hopefully we can talk a little bit. We can talk a little bit about cars tonight, man.
I don't mind that. I think that's an easy subject to cover.
Hey, man. I know you're a car guy. You've been around for a second. I think you probably started messing with cars even before me, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So, what am I? 27 now. I got my
You're 27. Wow, you're a little baby, bro.
baby still. Got
Yeah.
my first car in high school. Senior year, I got a Mazda Speed 3. Then I started modding, blew it up.
Blew it up. Oh, you say it's so natural. Oh yeah, Mazda Speed 3, blew it up.
Yeah, at this point.
Wait. Why you blew it up? What happened? What did you do to it that you blew it up?
I had a Cobb on it, and the off-shelf map was like a stage 2, whatever, for like a downpipe. You need a fuel pump for it or something like that. And I didn't have the fuel pump, so it always hit like a fuel cut, leaned out, I guess, and finally it just. So that was the end of that. Got rid of it. And then I always wanted an Evo though. That was like the dream car. Finally, I got one. I bought a 335, kept it for like 6 months, and then I got the Evo.
Nice.
And I guess that was kind of like, all right, feel like a man now, you know. That was my dream, so I made it happen. And then I ended up keeping that for, I don't know. I actually never blew the Evo up, never. Probably around 21, 20, I built a car with a friend Alex, who used to own Dogbox Racing. And oh, you know what's funny? Leo's old Evo. We'll get to that later, but Leo's old Evo, I got the motor and a bunch of other stuff out of that car.
Wait, Leo had an Evo. Leo had an Evo too?
Yeah, it was an Airshifter. If you search Airshifter Evo, the silver one in the video, that's his car.
Oh, I had no idea. But wait, hold on a second, because you mentioned Leo, and you're actually into cars even before your Evo, because you were hanging out with you always you always been with Leo, and Leo had one of the first tuned GTRs, Alpha. What was it? Alpha 10, right?
Yeah, it was the first Alpha 10 GTR. Yep.
So Leo had an Alpha 10 a long time ago. It's probably the first one in the area, I'm gonna say.
No, it was the whole country. That was the first Alpha 10.
There you go.
On AMS's website, they still have the blog. That was in 2012. So I had just graduated high school, and I still had my Evo, and we met right around that time, actually. So we met because we both had Evos. That's how everything started.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, things progressed, whatever. And
now, I mean,
yeah.
I know we're supposed to talk about you, but I'm interested in knowing a little bit about Leo's GTR. He had a lot of races back then, right?
Yeah, that car. So when did I have that car? 2012. Yeah, that's about right. So when that
2012. 2012? Is that
Yeah.
that? Wow, that's crazy.
It's on AMS's website, I think. You search.
Yeah.
Leo. If you search Leo Alpha 10 or Leo AMS Alpha on Google, it should show up. I think it was
But
the
wait,
off.
no, but I'm sure. I mean, all your races down there, you know, in the Philly area and all that stuff. I'm sure Chip has a bunch
Yeah.
of videos.
So when that car first came out, obviously it was the fastest thing in the area. I mean, nothing.
Listen,
Well, what could keep up with that? It's 2012. How long ago is that? What could keep up with it?
listen. That was one of I used to watch videos of that car. You know, even before, because I remember. Let me see. At the time, I don't remember if at the time Turbo Mike already had an Alpha 10 or he did it after Leo. I'm pretty sure it was after Leo because Leo was the first one.
Yeah.
Um, but I used to watch. You know, I heard the name Turbo Mike and I remember Leo's car as well, and those cars were making a killing out here on the street. You know,
Yeah.
it came to a point where nobody wanted to raise them because I mean they were killing everything.
What
So
could race it? What could keep up with it?
it,
Back then,
that year, during that year, what? Yeah, I mean, it had to be a full-blown street race car. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I guess that's part of. Obviously, when I still the Evo, I was 19, 20 years old. I think that was part of like, you know, what made me get into GTRs. And then at that point, like, even before then, I guess it was like, it was a dream. I mean, 19, 20 years old, it's like, it's still, that to me, that was the next car. It's like that's the next bridge to get. So, yeah, I guess that kind of paved the way. I think that paved the way for a lot of people around here with GTRs, though.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Everybody, everybody was watching that. All right, so that's where everybody started basing the stuff from. I mean, I did, so I'm pretty sure everybody was doing the same thing.
They had a whole. Who else was it, though? It was. So I guess it was Mike, Leo. Because remember, Leo's car was always serviced to Ivy also.
Yeah, Leo did it with Ivy, right?
Um, shit, the name's on the tip of my tongue. Who who has the car built by JMO now? It used to be Ivy.
Who?
What's his name?
Who?
At JMO now. It used to be Ivy.
Oh no,
Um,
I don't know that name.
Spanish in the Bronx. JMO built his car now. He's the flat black one with the 17 front bumper on it. You were all friends. Well, his name's on the tip of my tongue.
Let me see if I find it.
Hold on.
Let me see if I can find this video. Oh, here it is. 6 years ago. This has got to be Leo's car. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this because this has got to be Leo's car. One second. Let me see if I can put this video.
You're gonna laugh when I
Oh,
tell you
great,
about it.
great. I got a phone call. I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
The driver. Hold on.
Yeah, one of the drivers. One second.
I'm gonna find this for everyone because as soon as I say this name, everyone's gonna crack up. This is like, I know Omar's muted, but back then was like the OG GTR gang out of Ivy. Um, Hold on, bear with me here. Sunday, I'm sunburned. I've been playing golf all day. I'm a little out of it. Um, uh,
Claro. Vamos a aprovechar.
Yo, you're gonna crack up when
All right, I'm back.
I find the name. It's literally on the tip of my tongue. Hold on.
So look at the stream. Is this Leo's car?
Hold on. Where is the stream at?
You have it on your phone.
Hold on.
Check the link out. He did. Oh shit!
Where is it? Hold on.
Just click the link and go live on it.
Hold on. Bear with me here.
This is a Talon. This is a Chip video from Chip channel. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, PA plates. Um,
They can see it on the live feed, right?
yeah, yeah. Just go to the link I send you on the text message.
You definitely know what I'm talking about. Why can't they, like, he's always with Juan, the guy Juan that PJ.
PJ, okay, all right.
No, the OGs that I remember back in the day. It was Lewis, PJ, Leo, Mike. Um, who else? I guess that's who I remember. Because every time that fucking thing broke, obviously back then with all the trans stuff and everything else, it broke all the time.
Well, that's the thing.
2012, that was like revision number 1. I feel like we're on revision number like 7 now.
Crazy. That's the thing. Back then, there was no transmission parts, so of course, I mean, there was still starting to work on this stuff. I mean, I say most of the transmission stuff, most of the heavy stuff, you know, for customer stuff, probably came out what 13, because you know I built my car end of 13, and that's when I was able to get a full thing. But
I think like 12, 13 is kind of when more people started getting involved
yeah,
in building them.
but then it was even more expensive back then, 12 and 13. So
Oh yeah, I remember just like as a 20-year-old kid or whatever. I remember I would drop the car off like one of my buddies' trailer down there and like have to see the invoice and like get his credit card and pay. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, 7, 8, $10,000 for a transmission repair. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? To me, that was like ridiculous back then. Yeah, because I was still young, but I guess. So you built yours in 2013, you said?
well, I had the football tone 12 and 13. Then I sold it.
Let's start out with your cars too, though, because you had 2 back then, if I recall. I still
Yeah.
had Evo because my Evo was also back then.
Well, if you remember, I bought the white car. I bought the white car on 13. I'm sorry, beginning of 12.
Okay.
It was a 13-year model. Then that same year in 2012, I bought the black one salvage. I took almost the whole year to finish it. I took my time. Made a football ton, then I beat the hell out of it. That's the black one I used to go to Philly with.
Yep,
And spank all your asses out there. Yeah, boy. Man, we had such a blast. Oh my God, those times, man. Yo, can we get those times back?
Yeah, less social media, more simple.
Yes, can I just get another GTR, make a football ton, and just go back to the Philly streets and just
back then, man. Like the generation now, like at the meets and stuff, it's like no one. I mean, I hate to say, like no one wants to work for anything, so everyone just drives around.
so. So when I broke the transmission on that thing, then I decided to sell it. Then I gave.
I was there when you broke it in Pocono.
No. That was the white car.
Oh,
The transmission on the football ton car, I broke it in E-Town. I broke first gear.
First gear.
Yeah, I broke first gear. Then I parked that car, and I put it for sale. Of course, I told whoever buys it is gonna get the transmission on my white car, which had like what 12,000 miles or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So whoever bought that car took the car with a 2013 transmission stock. And then so
what year was the white car? Or what year was that? What year was the black car?
the black car was a 10, the white car was a 13 black edition.
So that's technically an upgrade, so to speak.
Well, the black car, I know for a fact when I bought the black car, the transmission, they had already destroyed it, and it had a 2012 model year transmission on it.
Okay, so it already had an upgrade anyways. Okay.
So I knew I had the upgraded case, so I wasn't losing much. You know what I'm saying? So what I did is when the kid that bought it, made his decision, came over, we set the time up. Okay, you're ready to buy. Okay, no problem. I took both cars to Ivy, side by side, transmission swap. Black car gets a brand new transmission, goes home. The kid picks it up. White car stays. Transmission gets fully built, and the car doesn't get turbos. Gets turbos like maybe 6 months after. Gets fully built after, but
What turbos did you do? What turbos did they do back then?
well, I did USM turbos on that car.
Okay, the SIRs. Okay.
Yeah, I did SIR USM turbos with a fully built engine, and it already had a fully built transmission with drop gears and axles and
Ivy,
full
right?
gear set, everything, and upgraded clutches. I had 8 and 8, 16 plate. So
That was all with Ivy, right?
Ivy everything. I went with one stop shop, and I didn't look back. I never had any problems, so there was no reason for me to go anywhere else. Um, but then that's it. Then Giddy came, and I upgraded the turbos to the GT1000. Blah blah blah. But everybody knows my story already. It's a 3 hour live stream. Check it out somewhere. You. Let's go back to you.
Oh God.
Evil,
Okay. So,
evil.
oh, you have,
So was that your first race car,
sort
or
of
you
speak.
had what?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say it was.
What
That was
did
the
you
first
do to
car
it?
I
What did you do? What did you do to the Evo? Because I remember you at the
Uh,
meets all the time.
yeah. I mean, just like every other Evo, it ran way less than it sat. Um, it was a fully built 2 liter on a 67 mil. Pretty simple
Damn.
setup. FIC 2150s. Um, typical double pumper setup. Street car. It was a street car. It was definitely a street car. Um, pump gas. It made, I don't know, call it an honest like 580.
All right.
Uh, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of transitions.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. I ran a
What trans did you have on it?
well, the thing with the Evo trans is, they can kind of sugarcoat it, and you can ask Shep. Obviously, he's a friend of ours. Whatever. I mean, Ivy will tell you the same thing. You can do carbon synchros, whatever you want to call the fancy stuff. At the end of the get, at the end of the day, the stock gears are, they don't work. So, stock gears in it. So I would say it's a stock trans. Um,
Yeah,
took
pretty
me a lot of
much.
issues just breaking everything. Stripped the splines on the input shaft, just like a lot of dumb issues.
Nah,
And then
but where would you break this stuff? You go to the track? Was it on the street? Did you ever go to the track with it? Where
yeah,
did you play with it?
track,
Where did you
yeah, I
play
went
with it most?
on pump gas the one time, and on the street, 100%.
Yeah.
We went to the track the one time. I was at the track rental. Actually, Effie invited me when he had his RS7. So think of how long ago that was. Juan was there with his white Evo before he did any of the stuff with the GTRs. Juan Fernandez. Um,
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
didn't
Yeah, one.
really,
Yeah, I remember one had an evil. That's
yeah,
right.
I didn't really know any of them back then. We trailered the car there, and we had an issue there, and the car went like I think it went 13.5 at like 130 something. I don't know, like just a stupid, just typical Evo kind of mile an hour. Car had issues. And made one pass, then just put it back on the trailer. Finally, just got sick of it, and then sold it. And I was like, yeah, I'm over cars for a little bit, take a break. At this point, I'm probably, what, 23? 23, yeah. And yeah, 22, 23. And I was like, I want to be smart. So I started looking at BMW X5Ms. And at this point, I was still friends. I was good friends with Andrew off Caesar still. I'm still good friends with.
Yeah.
He had his GTR. Friends
Man, I
with
haven't
you.
seen I haven't seen Andrew in so long. Have you talked to him lately?
He's
Man.
doing, yeah. Oh, I talk to him all the time, every week.
Yeah.
He's playing with the M3s.
Nice.
He's a trader, but we'll still forgive him.
All right.
So I remember just like not thinking I could afford a GTR at the time. I mean, everything was going well, but it wasn't. GTR is GTR stuff. You know what I mean? It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
And I was about to buy this X5M, and Andrew was like, "Hey, I have a friend right near me that's selling a GTR. Why don't you see what it'll sell for?" And I'm like, "Dude, listen, like, I don't want to lowball the guy. Well, let's see." So we start talking. The guy gives me a number, And as soon as she gives me a number, I was like, okay, deal.
That was
Deal.
easy. That was easy.
Yo, I paid $46,000 for the car. In 2009 with 58,000 miles on it. From Brian, still friends with him. Great guy, good car. Everything worked out well.
Nice.
And yeah, that's kind of how it started. I guess I put myself into a nice big black hole at that point. That's the way to call it. Best and worst decision of my life, I'd say.
But
And
anything wrong with the car, or you know?
no, car was great. I kept it as a full bolt-on car. Told myself, the typical, I'm not gonna build it. I'm just gonna enjoy it. And then, you know how that goes. It lasted
No, no. But what do you do? What
maybe
do you
a
end
year.
up doing to it? Because I know
Maybe a year.
what?
Maybe a year it lasted, and then
Yeah, but what you do? What you do? I want details. Details.
all right. So where do I start? Oh my God, so long ago. I don't even know if I remember. No, I
You
remember.
remember? You
I
remember?
was on Ecutech, had a basic. It was. I just kept it the way it was. The car was great. And then, like anything else, I got bored. Originally, I forget what shop I was gonna go to, but I ended up just becoming friends with Mac, who was Command Performance at the time. Now he's at the shop Houston. Greg had his car. We were three kids. I mean, we're all right around the same age. Mac's a year younger than me. Greg's like a year or two older than me, 1 year older than me. So it was fun. You know what I mean? So being in Connecticut, it's only 3 hours away. I was like, screw it, I'll go with Mac. So brought the car up there, did Alpha 9 turbos, basically everything. A Chef 2.5. This is pretty much just typical stock motor. Um,
So wait a minute. Hold on. All right, transmission. We're good. All right. So you put upgraded turbos on a stock engine.
Yeah.
How many miles that car had?
Uh,
Oh boy.
80s,
Oh
like
shit.
80s.
I
No,
don't
that's
know,
the
man. That doesn't sound like a a nice formula. All right, keep going.
it was one
So
of those things.
Alpha 9 turbos. Okay, you got your nice trans, so your trans ain't gonna break with an Alpha 9 turbo setup.
Yeah.
But you got your nice stock engine with Alpha 9 turbos. How much power were you making, the Connor?
Well, the car was done right. Everything that all supporting mods, everything was like best of the best, like ID 1300X's,
Nice.
JMF billet, front mount, like everything was just like quality. And in the back of my mind, like I knew though, we were knocking on heaven's doors. I didn't. It was one of those things where I didn't really care. I was just like, whatever, let's do it. We'll see what happens. Roman Katz at Boost Logic, who's been a good friend way before even at my Evo. Actually, I would say Roman and I were friends. So well over 10 years now.
Yeah, a lot of people know Roman around here. He's been around the block.
Roman's a very genuine good person. There's not a lot of people left like him. I'll say that. Roman tuned the car. I brought it to Precision Tuning in New Jersey on a dyno jet. I remember, the
Who's
rule of thumb.
that? Wait, who's in precision tuning? I always forget.
It's a Subaru shop, pretty much.
No, no, I know, but what's his name? I always forget.
I don't even know. I was with
Kevin.
Kevin Pony though.
Kevin. Fuck yeah.
Kevin's. Even before Evo, knew Kevin as well. So
Everybody knows Kevin, man. Kevin's a good ass tuner, bro.
Kevin is the goat of German cars. I will say that.
Bro, he knows it. He knows his stuff, bro.
He
He
is the
knows his
tuner
stuff.
behind all the older DME cars and stuff. He did all this stuff.
Yeah.
He's the king. So I went there with Kevin. It was a late night. Frank was with me.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Everybody knows Kevin because everybody knows his shop opens from 12 to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
the only shop you will spend the whole freaking night at the dyno. I don't know how he ever.
24 hours.
Bro, how the hell was he able to do that? Dyno tune cars at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Still does it. He just has that
Yo.
work mentality ethic that's just, I'm the same way. I'll be there.
No, there ain't no 9 to 5 bullshit with him.
It's not even 5 to 9. 24 hours.
Nice,
So,
bro. Bro, I remember spending a few nights out there with FSM 5 a couple times, and even with my bike, he was messing around with my bike when I had the S1000, S1000 double R. I wanted to. He said, "Bro, I got some stuff we can do."
Yeah.
Because I went there for something. I forgot what it was, and it was like BMW. Shit, I don't
Yeah.
know. I can play with this, and you know those bikes are pretty much like a car. It has a freaking car
Yeah.
ECU, bro. He took the ECU out and he played with it. And he said, well, you know what? I can't find much power out of this, but I said, how about removing the limiter? I want to reach 200 miles an hour. That's what I want, bro. I swear. That's what I wanted to do on the bike. And that bike tops out at 186.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had.
it
I,
cuts out at 186. So I
yeah.
told him, you know what? Forget about power. This thing has enough power. I'm gonna kill myself anyways. Just I want to go 200. See if you can remove. See if you can remove the rev limiter or some shit. I want to go 200. But and then then he called me back and says, yeah, I got it. I can do it. But I never went back. And then I ended up
Yeah.
falling
That
on it
German
like
stuff's
twice.
tough
And
though. They don't have like, I mean, they're starting to do it now. They're starting to do like Ecutex coming out with stuff. I guess Cobb has, but they don't have like a piggyback simple kind of setup. So tuning those cars, like they used to have like take the ECUs out and like it's a whole different
no, yeah,
deal.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's tricky. It's not a simple plug and play.
Cars were fortunate that they, Cobb and all these people at Ecutex, they've done so much development on it. They've made it easy for all the tuners and
No,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's not an easy plug and play type of
Yeah.
thing for those cars. So
So we were there back this, we were there, and I remember it was late at night, obviously. Cars on ethanol, and like, the first pull, I think the car made like, I think it made like 830, 840 or something,
830.
and like over 700 foot-pounds of torque. And
Oh,
I look at Kevin, and I just said, "Yo, do you think my rods like? Do you think they're straight still?" And he just kind of laughed, and I'm
yeah, sure, yeah.
like, no, I'm serious. Like,
Just like new.
yeah. So I send to Roman, and Roman's just like, okay, 1 second, like, you know, we got to take it down a bit. I'm like, all right. So, obviously back then their Alpha 9s, it's a smaller, it's a smaller setup than what the current Alpha 9 pluses are. So it's harder to keep it's harder to keep the torque down. So I guess we ended up leaving with, I don't know, I think it made like 730, 720 something, and like 600 foot-pounds of torque. We kept it low. I enjoyed it, and then I had no issues. A few weeks, whatever. Everything was great with the car. Just I daily drove the car. Daily drove it. Middle of
Yeah,
summer.
I remember, bro. I remember you driving the shit out of it. So I remember you. I mean, I don't. I don't remember you doing much racing. Besides going to the track. I mean, you did go to the track towards the end of its life. What?
Yeah,
What
Marky
was your
Mark.
number? What was your best on it?
Car went first pass. The car went 9.9. Actually, no. Before it was actually set up, it was on pump gas still. The car went like 10.0. We were at Englishtown, some Volkswagen event. Mac was driving the car. It was the first time out there. The car went like 10.0 something. Then we put on ethanol and turned it off. And Mark and I, kind of cool. I drove the car to Reading, PA, from Philadelphia that morning, and then I stopped, filled up on ethanol, and drove it right to Echo. Um, it was probably 95 degrees out that day. In between runs, we were literally, Mark brought, he had a loaner Cayenne at the time, Porsche Cayenne. He brought the car on the staging lanes, and we literally just sat with the air conditioning on. So this was on ethanol. We turned it off. I think the car went 9.8 at 145, 146 the fastest it went, or 144 something, I want to say. Um, Obviously, it was just literally on Nittos, just a simple radial, nothing fancy, no, just literally an E2.
Oh, yeah, so you weren't even on slicks on this thing.
No, 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 no.
Bro, you could have done so much better on slicks. I mean, you had the transmission, and I mean, you ain't gonna break anything on the drivetrain beside.
Going to the track on a 95-degree day in itself is kind of like, who does that? It was just one of those things. I was like, let's see what it does. Like, I'm kind of curious. So the car, I mean, at that point, it was turned up a little more. I don't know what it was making power wise. I was definitely making a lot. I raced Porsche that made 700 something wheel horsepower. A Mustang that went like 9.5, 9.6. I want to
Trying to
say.
find these videos in Chip's channel.
Yeah.
Chip has them, right?
Yeah.
How long ago you think that was?
Um,
Let me
three,
see.
3 years ago.
What do you do? What did you do? Roll race?
Yeah, it was raw racing stuff. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
never like I had Well, I mean that's further on in the story, I guess. Long story short, on that setup, finally we turned it up. I raced Stephen Hill's ZR1 also. Pulled on that. That was a fast car. And then like 2 weeks later, after that, I mean this is after probably like a couple months of 80 something thousand mile motor, trapping mid 140s, beating the hell out of it. A few months
140s.
afterward, yeah, a few months later, I was driving home. I guess we went to the bank or something on Route 1, and literally just downshifting, just normal downshift, nothing violent, no like nothing weird, and then just pop. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, I said it happened. So I didn't have a license at the time, so my main concern was getting off the highway. I don't feel like dealing with the cops. I was knocking, smoke everywhere, like just like low oil, everything. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, just keep running, let me get off. So I pulled in my friend's driveway, dragged oil up in her driveway, and I'm just sitting in the car, and I'm just like, fuck, you know. So I called. Forget if I called Zohar or Roman first. I called one of them, and I was just like, all right, it's time. Like, I'm gonna need a motor now. No, it was already in the talks. That was one of those things where, like, I knew it was coming. I wasn't upset. I was never once upset. I was never once pissed. I didn't blame anyone. Like, we pushed the car. I mean, what?
Listen, come on,
I'm
man. You were making over 800 horsepower on a stock engine with 80,000 miles. Come on. What
but
do you
but it's
expect? What do you think? What do you think was going to happen?
we knew it was gonna happen. I wasn't upset at all. It was one of those things where I was like, all right, motor time. Like, let's do it. So
That's it.
things were going well back then financially. Everything was going its path. So I towed the car up to Mac. Took the motor out, set the heads out, got them done. Zohar sent me out a motor. Um, and then what did I do first? I guess first I did a bought a kit off Antonio. Actually, it was a ETS kit with 64s on it. And then at the same time, I was getting ready to do one of the 1200X kits, one of the first ones, I guess you could call it, Class Eagle. Um, and then what? I don't know. I mean, I bought everything, and then I tried building an RX-7 FD at the same time. Bought that car. It was a built 6 liter. Um, Same thing, single turbo, like solid rear. I tried shooting for the moon with that as well, and I just got in over my head on both of them. And then I
And
guess Mac's car at the time was a full bolt-on car. So then Mac was like, "Well, I'm gonna build my car." I said, "Okay,
all
yeah,
right.
or like whatever you need, whatever I have, you." So Mac started building his car, and I guess that was like the start of Kimbo per se.
Yep.
And that was when he brought the car out, and then we went
You
to
and so at that time you just sold the car.
I took the car. Actually, the car sat there for a while. The car sat there, and eventually I got rid of it. Yeah, cut your losses, parted everything out. I mean, it was one of those things where I had everything to finish the car and put together, but at the same time, it's like it's gonna break again, and I don't want to go through this again. So I played it smart. I mean, do I regret it? Yeah. But was it smart?
Nah, I probably don't regret it. Just like, I mean, I think about sometimes, maybe I shouldn't have sold the car. I had my car fully built, ready to go. Nothing, everything was perfect. I mean, perfect for me. And I was like, then why did I sell that? The car was, I paid it off and it was fully built. There was nothing else to do to it. I should have just enjoyed it. But then again, what I did with the money was the right thing. So, you know, sometimes I say, damn, I shouldn't have sold it. But then when I think about it, I was like, you know what? It was probably for the best. Because it's like you said, we keep playing with it, we keep messing with it. It's gonna break again. Then it's just gonna keep being a money pit as always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the other thing at the time was Greg had his car. Greg's car was beautiful. It had that green wrap on it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
you know how Greg is. Everything Greg owns is just perfect. It's just he's anal with everything. It has to be best of the best. It has to be clean. So I saw Greg, and he had issues with his car. Not issues per se, but it was just never like yeah, I guess you could say it had issues. Definitely had issues to the point. I mean, it was still an Ecutech back then. I mean, this is still back then before it was one of those things where like if you have a built GTR or like anything over like 1200 horsepower, it's like you need Motec.
Yep.
You know, if you want to do Cyvex, good, but Motec nowadays, it's like buying insurance. It definitely is. It's an investment in its own. I had, I had everything, but I was seeing Greg, and he decided to part his car out also. He parted out. Yeah, he did. Um, it kind of helped me feel a little more comfortable about my decision. Um, but then it was fun though. I mean, watching Mac like finish his car and go to that first event. And I remember I guess it was like a Friday probably. We were there and the car kept going 80, 80, 80, and it's like this is on stock frame turbos. I mean, so the first pass going like 80 or whatever was cool because it was the fastest stock frame, stock manifold GTR in the world.
What
And
car?
then
What car? Which car was that?
Kimbo.
Oh, that's Kimbo. Okay.
Oh, Friday night, it kept going 80, 80, and it's just what the heck? Like, this was the 58 millimeter class thing that it was in. It kept going 80, and we're just like, yo, like, it'd be cool if a 7 popped up. Like, a tenth of less than a tenth of a second, 100th of a second. Like, just give it to him at this point.
It's crazy.
Saturday morning, went to the track. First, what was it? First pass before qualifying, I guess. Is just did like a little run. Car with sevens. With
What
7,
event?
8,
Wait, what event was that?
GTR World Cup.
Oh, that was
Last
GTO World Cup. Okay.
at Palm Beach.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
That time, that time it was West Palm. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, it was so fun back then. I mean, it was me, Greg, Sam, Mac, Chris, Derek, Breezy. Like, I mean, so many people I could list. I mean, that was literally like that was probably my favorite event that I've been to with the GTR stuff.
100%, 100%, man. There ain't no better. Right now, besides Texas 2K, there's really nothing better. I mean, FL2K is getting up there. Is growing. FL2K is growing a lot. But I think this year is going to be really good with with everybody, with all these problems and everybody hungry with going to the track. I think FL2K is going to be really good this year.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think on top of that, just despite the event like part of it, we were a bunch of kids, and I think that's also what made it a lot more fun. I mean, we literally we used to make all the jokes like underage this, like silver spin racing, like it was fun. I mean, we're all at that point, we're probably 25. Mac, I think it was 24, maybe 23 even. I mean, we were young, and to go out and then the car goes 7, 8, and then it's like. The car really was doing work at that point. It was awesome to see. Everyone kind of did their own part. Everyone was special for some reason, whatever.
I wonder if Mac wants to come on and play with us over here in this little live stream. I love to hear a little bit about his experiences.
His story. I think his story would trump any of ours. I mean, even last weekend, Street Outlaws. Second time now issue with Street Outlaws. Probably second or third time with Street Outlaws now again, but that's a whole nother story too.
We gotta leave that for later.
Yeah. So I guess everything. Mac grew his shop, had a bunch of awesome people, and then now he's out with the shop Houston with Chris.
Yeah.
They got a good gig going over there. I'm pretty happy.
Anyway, so check it out. So now wait a minute. Didn't you have an R8 too?
Yeah, for a little bit.
For a little bit? What happened to that? What's the story? What's the story with that R8?
Kind of same thing. AMS built it. It's a Cyvex car, built motor. So the gist I got out of it was, I don't want to call it like a R&D car, but it seems like the car kind of was like a guinea pig car, and then I guess they were waiting for a gear set. At the time, I guess UGR was probably the only one besides Dallas that had the gear set, because the car was built a little while ago. And kind of same thing. I mean, on 42Rs, the car was just, it's laggy. It's, even more so than my Evo on 67s. Like it was, it just hit differently. And the same thing, though, it's like you break a trans or a motor in that. It's a lot different than.
Did you even get to play with it?
Yeah. The car drove nice. It was a good car. AMS is top notch. Everything they do.
I don't know. Forget it. AMS knows what they're doing for sure. They're They're no chump shop.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chicago Motor Cars came from there. I mean, obviously, Britt and Eric, all of them are just top notch, best people ever. Also, but yeah, like anything else, I mean, it was one of those things where it was a great idea, and then if I had to do it again, I would just, I want to. At the end of this year, I want to pick up something, just a stock one, maybe a bolt-on turbo kit if I went that route. 100%. That's it. I mean, obviously now you have a lot more shops coming out with the kits.
Everybody.
Yeah,
I think it's the next. I think the R80 is the next logical step after the GTR right now. So, I mean,
yeah, I mean, most of us have already gone in that direction. I mean, look at, as the scene changes,
I mean,
you
what?
can,
I mean, what else is there?
yeah,
you're not gonna do a Supra. Supra freaking sucks, man.
which
What
one, like a Mark
what
IV ones,
what?
the newer ones.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah, I personally like them. Um, at first, it's one of those things where it's not a Supra. In a sense, you can't compare it to a Mark IV Supra, but at the same time, it's like you can't expect Toyota to come out with a car that's similar to a 30-year-old car, whatever, 25-year-old car,
Yeah.
20-year-old. It's not. It doesn't make sense. So I kind of learned to accept it for what it was, and as you know, I'm a big BMW person. So
What
for
are the
me,
really? What are the Supra? What are the new Supras doing now? I mean, what?
they're going.
They're
I think
going nines now.
on stock motor, stock trains, like pretty effortlessly. Like I think they're awesome.
How fast? What? How fast?
They're doing mid nines.
Mid nines, right?
I think like 9.6, 9.7. There's a couple of them now at that point.
Really? That
Yeah.
low already?
Yes, on like a simple wheel setup. I think maybe axles. I guess. Honestly, I don't know much about
Wow.
them, but
Seriously?
yeah, they're impressed. I mean, have the car's been out for 1 year now?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
I mean,
much.
that motor's been out since 2016, I think, though, with a 340 BMW. But even at that, I mean, the BMW shops are just
Does that car have a dual clutch transmission?
auto.
No, no. I know auto. Is it dual clutch?
No, it's auto.
Or just a regular auto?
Yeah, which is why I think it's working.
You think so? You think that's the reason it's working?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, dude, a dual clutch transmission, in my opinion, is like a very flawed drag racing transmission.
Yeah.
It is. There's no preload on it. You're basically like I like to say it's like you could take a stick shift car and sidestep it. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think it's an awesome car. Would I buy one? No.
Nah.
Do I think
Me
they're
neither.
cool?
Yeah, listen, after having the experience with a GTR, I wouldn't get a Supra. Listen, you can get. I'm pretty sure we can find a '09, '10 GTR right now for in the 40s and 50s.
I've had a couple other ones, and cheap. I mean,
So listen,
well,
I mean, I don't want to go. I don't want to say dirt cheap numbers, but I know you can find them, 30s. You know what I'm saying for sure.
I
But
would say 40s right now. You can find a pretty nice '09, '10. That's
so so
pretty
and listen, and you spend how much is the Supra, man? The Supra is like freaking $60,000.
I think they're even right now. New ones are going like a non-launch edition or whatever. I think they're going for like low 50s.
Okay, low 50s. How much money you gotta throw in it to go nines?
I mean, what's a turbo cost? A downpipe, I guess something with a fuel system, a wheel tire setup.
I mean, I have no freaking idea. I don't know anybody. I don't know personally. I don't know anybody that I've talked to about it. But
I
what? I
do.
know what? I know the 2030.
No, 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 no way. I would say less than 15.
You think so? To go nines?
Yeah, 100%. Easily.
No, 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 no.
Alright. Yeah, think about it. It's the turbo upgrades. I mean, how much can they really be? It's a single turbo setup. You're doing a fuel setup. I think they're
What kind of fuel? What kind of fuel? What kind of fuel they're doing with that with?
um I would assume some sort of ethanol mix.
You think so? Ethanol?
I don't think anything crazy. I don't think it's like an import or something like that.
I gotta talk to Brian. Brian is the one that has one.
Yeah, Kevin and Toon Bryans, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they are pretty simple. I think that's one of the things that I like about them. I don't think it's really rocket science or that expensive to go that fast. I mean, you know, you know what car I
But
want next. I mean, you know what car I really want next. And in my opinion, you know, if someone gives me, you know, if I was handed 100 grand and it was like, you know, go buy and build the perfect car, you know what I would do? Porsche, 100%.
Porsche, huh? You know, I like Porsche. Okay, I like Porsche, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. I don't know. It's not. I don't see myself on a Porsche yet. I see myself buying buying a Porsche to use, you know, to park it and maybe go out once in a blue moon on a weekend. You know what I'm saying? But not. I don't know. I
But
don't
you
see myself racing a Porsche.
see. At this point, I think, you know, as I think a lot of people are the same have done the same steps. So, you know, like you said, going from the GTR, what's next? But you know, a lot of people have gone on the R8 Huracan path, but I know a few people that have also done the Porsche path. And I mean, you've done the R8 path. I would assume, you know, you have
Well,
something up your sleeve. I
well,
mean,
listen. I mean, eventually, I would love to.
goes on it.
You know,
What's
eventually I would love to throw some money away, you know, on that car, but
yeah,
but I'm on the fence, man. I don't know. I don't. I'm still. I still miss.
reliable with bolt-on kits. They are.
No, no, they are definitely,
That's
definitely.
the part about it. It's you know they are reliable with them. So it's like, why not?
Yeah, you know, but
That's the money factor.
it's you know it's just that right now. I don't know, man. I've changed a lot, you know,
Yeah,
and the problem is that I don't have the time I used to have to play with it. You know,
yeah,
you know. Listen, man. You know, we just back then, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, we would just go out. Right now, we just get on the form, get on the phone. You know, 5 people. Hey, let's go for a run.
let's meet up.
And right now, we'd be meeting somewhere and we'd be freaking racing till 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Later than that, way later than that. And the
Yeah.
best part was, you know, it seems crazy to some people. So you live what in Old Bridge, you know, up that area. I live in Philadelphia now, in the city, and it's you know we're an honest hour from each other. Like where
Yeah.
we don't, you'd have people coming from Bronx, whatever, and it was just like, you know, even right now, like you said, at 10 o'clock on a Sunday, you want to meet up?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
sure. No, let's go.
Let's go, man. I can show you pictures and videos.
Like 3, 4 o'clock, everyone's texting each other like 8, 9 o'clock, like or even earlier up for work. You know, what I mean, we're all do our thing. Fuck, why do we do that? We're such idiots. But we keep
No, but not only that. Even at that time, we'll be sending videos of it. Yo, you got video of this race? You got video of that race? You know,
yeah.
everybody got
Don't post
the.
this one, don't post that one.
You know, so it's I don't know, man. So right now, me, I think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. I can give it. I can give the car to Ivy and do a simple full bolt-on setup. I'm sure. I'm sure it's not that expensive. It's not on the ground price. You know what I'm saying? But and the car will perform. You know. But then the way I look at it, it's just gonna be sitting in the garage. You know what I'm
see,
saying?
I was gonna say, I mean, you know, we just reflected on something that was, you know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, which to us, I mean, dude, it seems so long ago, but it was long ago. And like, you know, fortunately, we're still active in the scene. You know, I have the GTR Smack Talk group with Dave and Greg and stuff, and you know, I go to every event still. So do you, pretty much. I mean, still are very active, but I think you know, building the Evo or building the GTR at the time, having it, you know, it was one of those things where it was like kind of ego driven in a sense. It was kind of like you know you had to have built one, like you know, it got to the point where having a built one was the norm. I mean, that was
It's a learning experience, bro.
yeah. And then once you go through it, it's like you know, if I had to do it again, I'd go buy one, buy a built one, 100%. You know, it
I
saves
think
so much.
I think that's a good idea. You know, if you know the shop or the person that built it and you know they do a good job, then hell yeah, I will buy it 100%.
Yeah, I think that's the good thing
You know?
about GTRs, and I see a good future with them, especially built ones still holding good money. It's like it's a small enough community, and there's only so many people that are really like able to truly build them and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think the reputation and shop name really helps out with the sale, and it's the reason a lot of these built cars are still bringing in good money.
Yeah.
And you know, it's cool to see that because most platforms build cars obviously don't bring in anything. But you know, back to the point, it's like I'm kind of the same sense. I have no, you know, I have the M3 right now, whatever. I put it together, a couple other just beater cars. Like I guess I have no desire to build a car right now. I got it out of my system. I did it, and the scene's just different. I mean, look at everyone we were friends with 3, 4 years ago. Most people are in the same boat as us. And I don't like to say it, but the current, I guess, GTR community racing scene, it's a lot of these dudes with just, the McLarens obviously the hot thing, but like they don't race. They bench race with the 60 to 130 stuff on the draggy, and it's like, yo, that's not fun. Like,
Yeah, not like we used to, man. We really used to. We
yeah,
really used to go out and beat the hell out of them in cars, bro.
we would have 30, 40 cars on the turnpike. I mean, dude, multiple times we've all been blocked in by police. Like, yo, we were reckless. We had fun. And dude, you always have variety. There's Calvo Vipers out there, twin turbo Lambos, GTRs, bikes trying to keep up everything. And now, like, I guess, I don't know what it is. I mean, looking back 4 years ago, everyone that was part of it.
So listen, let's back talk a little bit here, all right? Because this is what we do, and I'm never gonna be politically correct. I don't give a fuck. I say it the way you know what I'm saying. First of all, listen. First of all, whoever is out there still beating the shit out of their cars and building cars is because they got the money, all right? They got the money to throw away, all right? I don't have the money to throw away on a freaking car. I don't have $100,000 to throw away on a car right now. I got better things to do with $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't even have that kind of money right now. It's the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Forget it.
Whatever I have, we're building a GTR. It's going.
Listen,
it's going to the car.
Listen. When I sold the black car, every penny multiplied by 2 went into that white car.
Yeah.
All right. I don't regret it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a smart decision either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit. You know how much you can do with that money. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny to always sit here and think like, some people like
come on
make yell at us like a couple $100 on something like maybe once every couple months. Like, have you built a car before? Like, but it's different though. I mean, you work different. You work harder. Like, the way you do things. Like I was doing anything and everything I could back then. I was hustling straight up, just trying to do it, and still it wasn't enough. And I realized, I mean, listen, realistically, a lot of people aren't going to want to hear this, but to own and race and maintain a built GTR, you either have to have a business, sell drugs, inheritance. The normal person with a normal life of like, good income, we make good money. We work hard, like even with side stuff, we do well enough to, have what we have. You guys heard it, but it's not enough.
No.
And, it's a whole different type of money. I mean, people like Giddy and stuff.
Listen,
also,
but listen, yeah, I mean,
dry, just beats you up. It's a whole different type of stress, and yeah, you get over it. I mean, it's. How do you stay motivated with something like that?
Well, this is the thing. Okay, sure. You build the car, nice. Yeah. You spend the money, but then you can't enjoy it because you're afraid it's gonna break. So what's the point?
I mean, it's inevitable. I don't like. Anyone can sit there and say it don't break, but at the end of the day, like, no matter what you say, you can't control what actually happens. You don't have enough control of all of it. And you can say, oh, this is rated for this is rated for that, but it's in racing that doesn't exist.
Listen, when I broke, you were talking about before you were at Poconos when I broke my car. Listen, it was a built 5th gear. My transmission was fully built, everything in it, and I was roll racing.
Yeah.
5th gear, my 5th gear broke at 181 miles an hour going through the traps and slipstream. I would have never thought that would happen to me. I never would have thought that.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I spent $20,000 in this transmission. It should be. I mean, it should be fine drag racing, even better roll racing. It's not supposed to break roll racing. You know what I'm saying? So and then people, bro, it breaks. Yeah. Shit breaks. Cars making over 1,000 horsepower. Shit's gonna break.
When you start making 2, 3, 4 times, the amount of power on the that the car comes with. Doesn't matter who builds the car, what part is this and that. Shit happens. That's the number one thing you need to understand. Shit happens, and that's something you can't avoid. That's something you can't beat. There's no good karma, bad karma. Shit happens. We've
Uh,
seen. I've seen people get to events and have issues that it's just the dumbest issue ever. But it's like shit happens.
so check it out. I got a question. Now, uh, drag racing, man. Are we gonna have any Lambo drag racing, bro, anytime soon? What do you think?
So here's my whole outlook on it. Right. So Kevin obviously has underground racing. Um, Kevin's controlled, in my opinion, the market for years. I mean, there's no taking that away. It's not rocket science. If you want a high horsepower UGR car, you go there, or a twin turbo Lambo or R8, you go there. Um, between Proline, John Reed, everything else, I mean, the cars do what they should. You can't take that away from him. He's years ahead of everyone else, in my opinion, still for the build stuff. But now you have people like Ivy, you have people like AMS, you have Tony getting involved, and you know, yeah, we are. The simple reason is the same fact that a lot of people that are coming from GTRs that enjoy drag racing are going to get into that platform. And to most of us, roll racing is fucking stupid because it's not really racing. It's, you know,
It's it's so hard, man. It's so hard to get it to. It's so hard to get it right, you know.
you don't get it in a perfect world. Maybe 1 out of 5. It's hard staging a 2,000 plus horsepower car. I'm sure. Like I haven't personally done it, but I can't imagine I can't see it being easy. It's definitely a whole different experience. I'm sure the cars are a little choppy and stuff, and I don't care what anyone says. These UGR cars, they sit at these high horsepower ones that drive 965. They sit, they're shop cars. I mean, the shop cars owned by people. They sit at the shop year round. Any car making over that power is not a street car. Not to mention they haven't even done it with the DCT. I don't think. I think a lot of people got mad at me for saying it, but GTR has been faster in the half mile and all these events, the roll racing stuff, with the stock GR6 trans than the Lambo's been with their stock DCT trans. They put, I think it's a Hollinger sequential setup in it, and that's what the high horsepower ones were running. I guess
Really?
now, I guess now Kevin said they have a DCT trans, or they have the factory transmission, like factory gear set style, and it's working, but it's still haven't done it. They still haven't done it, but yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of drag racing.
So wait, so what was that? What was that fast Huracan, the red one?
Yeah, the red one, the Drag 965 guy.
Oh,
He
okay.
owns the red
All
and
right.
the yellow one.
What is it?
I think he owns the red one and the yellow one.
Oh, okay. All right. All
He
right.
owns
So
both.
that's pretty much that's definitely there's definitely not a I mean, I don't know. I never taken the time to really research any of this stuff.
Yeah. The car's been, they've had the car, there's a video of it. The car's been sevens, I think 190 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the day,
Well, Kevin always puts the same video, so I mean, we haven't seen any updates or anything like that. So I don't know.
at the end of the day,
I
you
love to
have,
I love to have Kevin here one day talk to me about this stuff.
I'm sure he'll come on. Kevin's a reasonable, I mean, he's a
Nah,
reasonable.
yeah. Kevin's cool. It's okay. I mean,
He's got beef with everyone, but I mean, you have 10 cylinders, you have a mid-engine car.
yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things like 1+1=2. There's no reason the cars should not be good drag cars.
I don't know.
And
Well, I mean, you got plenty of power. You put the right tires set up. I mean, if you can figure out the transmission stuff, which seems to be the weak point on all of these cars,
yeah,
and why the hell
Ivy
not?
car, I know Ivy has that R8, the stock record for it's called, I guess 8.9 or 8.8 or whatever.
Well, in the U.S., because I believe there's another 8-second R8 stock engine, stock transmission overseas. I don't know where it's from.
Yeah, but I mean they had good luck with that car. No,
Listen, as far as I know, that car. I mean, that car's never had. The thing is that see, everybody says, oh, the car's been sitting in the shop. It's a shop car. Listen, The
It
only
was.
reason, what?
That's because I think Ivy was the one doing all the R&D for the Motec. There's nothing wrong
The
with,
the
you know,
car.
I like
Well,
Ivy a lot. I like
well,
Ivy.
listen. This will be a subject for another moment, I guess, if Ivy wants to come in
Yeah,
here as well. But I mean, as far as I know, as far as I know, and don't quote me on this, because he's told me
yeah.
he's the one that did the R&D for that platform, for the
That's what I'm
Motec.
saying. So obviously it took a while. So you can say it did sit there for a while, but it sat there because he's the one doing the R&D for it. So to get
But
it to work.
that's the thing. But it sat there because you're doing an R&D for this car, not because not because every time it goes out on the street it breaks and you got to fix it. It breaks, you got to fix it. It break no,
No, it's just
no, no.
you work it to
I'm
keep.
working on. I'm working. He's working on the damn car. I mean, I'm being a little rough when I say it this way because I don't know per se, but I think the owner doesn't give a shit about it. The owner's got plenty of money,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
definitely
probably takes it. He probably takes it once a year for a ride himself, but he's got the owners have way better cars. I'm not gonna say has way better cars than that. That's
and
just
vehicles,
that's just
vehicles.
that's just a little toy.
Yeah,
And he gave it to Ivy. That guy also has a GTR with Ivy.
yeah.
I believe an Alpha 10X. I mean Alpha what? Not 10X.
Yeah,
The
bigger than
what's the big turbo kit right now?
16 XR,
No, no, not the XR. There's another one.
Alpha X.
The Alpha X. He's got an Alpha X turbo kit on it. He already went sevens. Um, but the guy doesn't have time. The guy doesn't have time to go to the track. Anyways,
But also Tony has, um, so Tony I guess is doing like a lot of collab stuff with Sheepy also. I know
okay.
on his car he's a different kit that I recall, but he does all the Motec stuff for the Sheepy cars, and I think they have a customer out there that's gone 8 as well. Draggy verified on the street. I think he
I
might have
haven't
done
se-
back.
I haven't
Not,
seen that.
yeah, it's a green one. It's a green Huracan. Definitely has. Definitely
Let's
has.
let's look it up. Let's see if I can find it. What is it? Sheepy?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe on Instagram?
yeah, I'm gonna go on Sheepy's thing right now see if I can find it. Also, there's another handsome GTR, very good guy that we're all friends with. Fortunately, awesome guy to know.
Who?
Um,
Who are we
Jordan
talking about?
Jordan Martin.
Oh, Jordan. Oh, yeah, man. He's got the
He's got one of the fastest and quickest GTRs in the whole world.
sure.
Stand-up good person. He has, well, he's a few, whatever you want to call it. Twin turbo Huracans. I know his Performante was a genuine true street car that went bottom nines.
Bottom nines. What Texas 2K? Texas 2K. He was going. What is it? 9-1 was it? I think I got video. I got video of that car going low nines, very
Yep.
low nines.
On like,
Did he go?
Pilot,
Did he go 9-0 in Texas 2K? I'm not sure.
I don't recall, but I know the car went 9.3 or 9.4s on
No, no, no,
Saturday.
no. He went way lower than that. I guarantee you, he went 9-1. I
No,
don't remember if he went 9-0.
but he went 9.4, 9.3. I remember on Pilot Sport 4s on stock ECU, and then they put
Yes,
the car
that I remember. Yes.
on a Motec now. Yeah, and they had just working through Motec, whatever, like new platform. But I think someone like Jordan, I don't want to say anything, whatever, but yeah, there's gonna be some drag cars for sure.
Sheepy is it Sheepy Tune or Sheepy Race?
Race.
It's
Yeah,
Sheepy
there's.
Race.
Oh, here it is. Projects there. There's gonna be some. There's gonna be some drag Huracans, 100% NR8s. Yep.
I hope so, man. I really hope people, listen. I mean, it's a high-end car. You don't want to, you really don't want to screw it up. A lot of people are not gonna screw it up.
GTRs a long time ago though too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the GTR started in 2007.
Look at
So
Caesar. I remember when I met Caesar. Caesar was a good friend of ours from Jersey. I met Caesar at one of your events in the parking garage when he
yeah,
had his white car, and he said the same thing. I'm just gonna keep it a bolt-on car.
sure, sure.
I think Caesar's car now has gone 7.4 7.4, 7.5, I think.
7.5. He's gone 7.5 multiple times.
Full blown, beautiful race car built by Schweitzer on Cyvex, and it's just, it's like anything else. For a while, it was, I don't want to destroy my GTR. I don't want to destroy my GTR. I mean, that was always the big thing. It's, I don't want to make my street car into a race car.
Well, that's why he got that car, just to beat the hell out of it and play with his other cars. You know what I'm saying? That's the beater. You know, that's the car he beats on. That's the full race car. You're not gonna see that on the street. And I mean, I believe that's a smart thing. You know.
Yeah.
Build that race car. I know he got that car for cheap because I know who bought it first. So he's a smart. Listen, man, I would do the same thing 100%.
Can you blame him?
No, hell no, man. I'm with it. I'm with it 100%. I can't find this on the Instagram. I wonder where they have it. I'd love to see that. What is this? What is this video?
I'm on the owner's website right now.
No, this is roll racing.
60.
He's got a lot of draggy roll racing, but I don't see any.
Here, I got it right here. The making of 8-second. Let's see.
No, 60 to 130. I wonder where is that. I'd love to see it. Oh wait, is it? What's this? What is this? What is this? No, that's roll racing as well. Man, a lot of roll racing. I don't see any drag racing here.
Yeah, so right here, June 2nd, 2020. We're calling 890. It's a.
What does it look like? What does the thumbnail look like?
I'm gonna send it to you right now, actually. It's a
anti-lag.
It is a stock motor, stock turbo, 1100 horsepower, ethanol car. Yeah, 890.
Is it the one on the dyno? No. Okay, let's see what you sent me.
And they cut his strap off there too.
Oh wait, it's a Lambo?
Yeah, it's a Huracan. Yep, this is the one that does all these street events too. So in 896 at 156 with a 1.4 something 60 foot, which is awesome in my opinion.
1.4 is great.
Yeah.
Where is this? Where is this track? Where the heck is this track?
I think they are.
All right, let me see if I can put this on the. I want to put this on the stream. Copy this, paste it here. Come on. Okay, bingo. There it is. All right. Safari. Okay, Safari. Show me what you got. Bingo there. All right. The making of an 8-second Lambo. Huh. This is interesting. I wonder what track is this.
I don't know what track it was. Somewhere in Vegas.
In Vegas?
Arizona, one of those places.
Huh. There he goes.
Hey, you getting static?
What? No, that's probably you're probably listening to the video on YouTube.
I'm not listening to it, no.
No, I have it on YouTube.
But
wait.
Yeah, I'm like Arizona or something like that. California is from. I don't know.
Okay. Where's the slip? There's no slip.
Yeah, there's a slip at the end of the video.
Okay. Let me scroll.
Everything about it.
Let me scroll down. Alright. Don't be putting videos without a slip, boys.
Oh, the slip's there. Don't knock it.
I'm not knocking anything. I didn't get there yet. Mickey Thompson's, nice. Radios, well, this is, okay. Okay, back at the track. Oh, they got stopped by the police here or something. Oh, here it is. There it is. This is slip. Nice. 896, 156. All right. What is that? Well, of course, that's going to be a multi because they're working with Tony.
It's gonna be a what?
It's going to be a multi because they're working with Tony, so. Nice. I like it, man. Well, see?
What I'm saying, that's just one car. It's like, you know, it's you know, that's literally just one car. I mean, that's one customer. Think of, and it's not rocket science.
No. One second, I gotta take this phone call. Give me a second.
I think we're gonna see a lot more. You know, especially with AMS being behind it, C1 are definitely gonna push the platform. It should be interesting. How many people are really gonna push the platform? It's never gonna be like a GTR scene or community and never be able to add to it. I think it's definitely gonna be cool.
All right. Listen, it's only natural. It's only natural after the GTR. Listen, I don't see right now. Right now, I don't see any other platform better than the R8 or Huracan to replace the GTR. If you want to step up, you know what I'm saying.
One step sideways, I would say Porsche. I think Porsche is
But Porsche's already been out. You know, Porsche's already been raced and being tuned.
Yeah, but listen, it's like anything else. How many shops are really pushing the Porsche?
I don't know much. I mean, besides AIM out here, I don't know any Porsches doing too much. You know, they try, they're getting in there, and they're getting there.
Yeah, they're definitely getting there. And I would, you know, AIM, in my opinion, is if you have a Porsche, it's like, so you send it. You know, if you don't send it to AIM, it's like,
who are you gonna send it to? If you don't send it to AIM, who are you gonna send it to? Who's there? Who's out there?
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's as simple as that. But it, you know, like the R8 and GTR or the R8 and Lambo thing. Like up until now, we haven't seen any drag cars per se because no one's gotten involved. I mean, Kevin's not going to get involved, obviously, like for customer cars because they'll warrant stuff. You know,
Nope. Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen. But yeah, I think GTR World Cup, they have the DCT class. I think that's going to be a very interesting class because it's a gamble. As of now, I mean, you know, you can't really make a class around a car with benchmark racing. You know, these cars, there's what, maybe a handful, less than a handful that, you know, when I say handful, I mean like 3, 4 that I can think of at the very, very most that have gone 8s now with these simple setups. So how do you make a class like, you know, you kind of have to just hope that these cars are still doing the same thing as say like the 720s, which are kind of around the same thing, like high 8s. At that point, you know, Calvo's doing some cool things with the Vipers. I mean, the 720s and the McLarens. But I think that we'll see a breakthrough immediately, especially with the motor program gear set.
What are they gonna do? I didn't read on it. But what are they doing for GTR World Cup? Eric said he made some changes to the what did he do? Did he make a DCT class or?
Yeah, DCT class.
Okay, that's what he did. So
cool. I think it's cool.
Okay, so DCT class on GTR World Cup. So
Yep.
what are we gonna have? We're gonna have 720s,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have Huracans,
Maybe some Porsches.
Porsches, of course, DCT.
Yep.
Okay,
I think you'll see more Porsches as well.
but now for a GTR to get on the DCT class, what are the restrictions?
Well, that's the thing with this class, which is why it's, in my opinion, a very difficult class for Eric to step in the first place. Because I guess he did it by tire fuel.
Yeah.
But right now we don't have really. I don't know a single person that has a built motor R8 or Huracan with a gear set that's going to drag. I mean, I do, but it's not public yet or anything. There's a couple people actually doing it.
Gear set?
Yes. So, if I recall, I don't want to start rumors, but I believe, unfortunately, after the pass of Taylor, I think they lost their rights to the gear set with, I want to say Datsun or PPG. But besides that, a few other people, I think AMS has a set now. Boost Logic, I think, has access to a set. Pretty cost efficient too.
I mean, I need to get Ivy on this damn phone call. What the hell? Yeah, I don't think he's gonna tell me anyways.
I'm sure Ivy is way ahead of all that stuff. You know him.
I'm sure. If I know him, he's already got something working.
He does things his way. He's the smart one.
Ivy don't talk, man. Ivy keeps to himself. He's not. Listen, Ivy's not posting on social media. He's not bragging. He's not smack talking. He's just doing his thing, and everybody. And unfortunately, it bothers a lot of people. It does. You know what I'm saying? But he comes out with a bomb once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But he keeps it himself.
He's been quiet. Besides the R8 thing, he hasn't really done much in a while. I mean, he's got happy customers. He keeps to himself.
But that's the thing. That's the thing we always talk about. Listen, and it's the same conversation that Kevin, has with all of us in Smack Talk.
Yeah.
Where are the customers that want to drag race? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, what? Can I listen? Count him with his hand. You know what I'm saying? Count him with his hand. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Ivy. Why am I going to push? My car and spend my money on my shop car to go sixes? What customer do I have that goes to the track and wants to go low sevens?
I mean, what do you? I mean, but there's no. It's the same thing. I kind of see it. With the whole AMS Giddy thing. It's one of those things where it's like, why do it? Why sponsor a car? Why do this? It's like, what's in it for them? How many people out there are really like on the verge of building a 6-second car? And it's like,
there's only a few. GTR4 Texas 2K. How many cars, bro?
Yeah, and I mean, listen, not for nothing. Obviously, I consider Tony a pretty good friend. I like Tony a lot. He's very respectful. He's a great person. Family's great people. Everything but it's one of those things at this point. If someone came to me and said, I want to build a 6-second car, you go to T1. I mean, and I don't, I'm not taking anything away from anyone else, but at the end of the day, they're the only.
Right now, you go to T1 or you go to ETS. They're the ones that have the steady.
Build. I don't even think ETS will build it. I mean, maybe.
You don't think so? You don't think ETS will build you a 6-second GTR?
No.
No.
I don't.
Okay.
Because the whole thing with Giddy's car is with what's the owner's name?
Junior.
Whatever.
Is it Junior? JR.
It's whatever relationship they have or whatever the deal is with that, but it's more of like a personal thing for him.
No, I got you. I know. I have an idea. I've seen how JR likes to work. When he sets a goal, he'll freaking stop at nothing until he makes it. I've seen it. No problem.
He's a smart guy. And at the end of the day, despite just having the 6-second car, track support and everything else is a very big thing with those cars, and I think the T1 track support is. I mean, it's the best. It is. Every event you go there, and there's such awesome dudes. I mean, they know what they're doing. They take everything serious. It's no fun.
Hey
It's
Connor.
fun games after the track,
Hey
but
Connor. Connor. Why are you sucking so much dick, bro?
I'm giving the truth, man. A lot of people don't like the truth. A lot of people don't like it.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. I know, man. I know, bro. I know T1 is a legit, bro. Listen,
That's the
listen.
name.
See, that's another name we need to get it here. I want to call. I want to talk to George, man. George, bro. George, bro.
George would be a
George's
blast on.
car.
Yeah.
George's car at GTR World Cup, bro. That thing was crazy. You know that car went non-stop, man, non-stop.
I mean, 5 passes, I think it did, right? Hold on, I got one of my guys blowing me up for.
Gotcha. Yo, that car went non-stop. What? Nothing, bro. It was, bro. I don't know. I don't even know what to say, man. That car did really freaking good at GTR World Cup. I was in awe, man. I was in awe. I'm still looking forward. I'm still looking forward to Shep's car, man. Shep's car is gonna be sick.
What about Byron?
What happened?
What about Byron?
Oh no, Byron's car. Oh, Byron is killing it. Byron is crazy, bro.
Where's
That
his car been now? I think Byron's another car that's going to be out soon. That's going to be awesome too.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be serious. That's gonna be serious stuff, bro.
Yeah,
I
but
really
just-
hope. I really hope that they don't leave none of this stuff to last minute, because you know all these builds always get done at last minute with a for the event.
Of course, every car. That's how it goes. I mean,
I really want to see something being tested and then really perform at at the event, without
That's
hiccups, the way it's supposed to be. But it's hard, man. It's hard. I know how it is.
I think next year is going to be a good year for racing. I think with the Huracans and RH, you're going to see some cool cars, and there's some more outlaw GTRs coming out. I mean, JR even has that rear-wheel drive car.
What is that about, man? Is that you think? How do you see that coming, man? You think that's gonna
Well,
work?
So there's a shop in Philadelphia called Import DPS.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, Rome, pretty much runs everything there. He owns La Fluffy, the sport four-wheel drive Honda. Works with Abe Motec Tuner. They have, I think, almost the top out of the top 5. They probably have 3 of the fastest sport four-wheel drive cars that he tunes, and they started getting GTRs lately. Doing well. I recommend it. Anyone in New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, 100% Import DPS. Just good people. Very knowledgeable at this point. They're building one as well. I think. I want to say they are. Yeah. Same thing.
It's a lot of. I see more and more. I see more and more shops getting into this Huracan R8 thing, man. More and more.
This is a GTR.
Oh yeah.
Well, they do those as well. They've done some with Sheepy, but they're doing a rear-wheel drive GTR.
A rear-wheel drive GTR. Oh
Just
man.
like what I was saying, JR has the white car.
Yeah, JR was at the white car. How fast did that he made a pass on that? How fast did that go?
It's made like full hits, but I think it's gone pretty deep in the 6s if I recall.
Yeah. It did go. Yeah, it did go pretty deep in the 6s for sure.
Yeah, I saw it live. It's definitely neat. I mean, it's like anything else. You put a glide behind it, or you put some sort of,
Now,
sequential
listen.
change.
Every time I go, I've been going to the events lately. To make my live streams and shit. So I really don't go much in the pits. Now, of course, he has a VR. It has a VR engine on it, of course.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, what transmission we got on this thing?
I think it's either a glider or a turbo 400. I forget.
Okay.
It's one of those. Typical, just cheap, good American transmission that freaking stays together.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's the point. That's the point. The point is going rounds. Okay. If you're going to compete with this thing, you got to go rounds.
Yeah, but it's like any other car. I mean, the VR is a great motor. It's, weight-wise, it's up there, but everyone argues, the 2J versus the VR, but I personally think, the VR, you put in a chassis car with a good chassis with a transmission, there's no reason that it can't compete with some of the,
I think the
cars
VR.
that
I think the VR.
in real classes in the future.
I think the VR is going to be a contender.
That's what
I
I
see I see that engine. I see that engine getting into more and more cars, man. I really
100%.
do.
I mean, there's no reason not to. And I think, even there's one GTR I know of that's going to come out soon that's going to have a GR in it. I think everyone's going to be surprised by this, but the setup's a little different, and it's going to do a lot of no prep stuff. It's going to do a lot of, American mobile races. Um, those, that's where the money is. That's where the consistent races are. That's where the fast cars are. For GTRs, is not really any racing. You don't fit in any class. You're not competitive enough. The cars aren't set up right. But yeah, I think people are starting to get creative with them. I mean, that's why I think next year is going to be the year to really pay attention to everything. Despite the outlaw cars, even I think you're going to see some innovative stuff. That's, it's definitely a game changer in the for all of us. And I think, once you push that motor and prove that motor can compete with, say some of these, radial classes, or stuff like that, like cars, like chassis cars. I think that you'll start to see some real interest in the VR.
Hey, you going to Poconos next weekend?
If I don't go to Texas, yeah, I think I am.
Texas. What's in Texas, bro?
I was supposed to go to I was supposed to go to Denver this weekend, for golf trip, and we kind of canceled it because of the whole COVID stuff. Everything started shutting down, so we didn't want to risk it. Um, so Airbnb or whatever gave us back the credits, and then next week I'm just supposed to go visit Andre, hang out with Calvo and them, do some
Yeah,
party.
hopefully. And I got some. Hopefully, if I got time and I can get out, I want to go to Poconos, man. We're gonna have some crazy cars out there next weekend.
Yeah, there's local
Vinny,
part the CEO built. Yep.
Vinny, and Gabe. Gabe is gonna be out there. Gabe signed up. Vinny signed up with the
Farouk's
CCO
bringing some cars,
GTR.
I heard.
What?
Farouk's bringing some cars.
Yeah, man. There's
You
gonna
gotta
be
go.
some.
Go. I'll go.
There's gonna be some fast cars. I mean, we're gonna have a problem getting in because everything's sold out. Racer tickets are sold out, and spectator tickets are sold out. They're restricted with this COVID thing.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
But hopefully we can get in on somebody's trunk or something.
Well, it's not Slipstream anymore. It's Racer.
It's yeah, you're right. My bad. It's what is it?
I think it's Racer Active or something.
No, hold on. Let's get it right, man. Let's get it right for these guys, man. Race Motive, okay?
Race Motive, yeah.
Race Motive.
They're such good people, man. I know
they're all great, man. They're all great guys, man. They've been giving us.
Backyard.
Listen, they've been giving us a place to race for years, man. So I'll support them 100%. Race Motive, okay?
Everyone go follow it. Race Motive.
Race Motive, Instagram, Facebook, on their website.
Twitter.
Slipstream is still around. Steven is gonna keep Slipstream alive.
Is he?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so, unless I don't know if he changed his mind, but I believe he's gonna go his own way with his own events. But Race Motive next weekend. What is it? July 6th? July what? July 18th? Is it?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3. July 18th, I think. Yeah, I believe it's Saturday. I'm not sure. I gotta double check on that.
I'll go.
No, yeah, man. It'd be nice, man. There's gonna be some fast cars there, and it's not gonna be. And now with all this COVID thing, it's not gonna be crazy crowded because those events they get crowded, man. They get crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for most of us on the East Coast, like we don't have really any half mile stuff around here. We don't have, any good roll racing stuff. I mean, half the tracks are closing down around us.
See, those events and the car meets out there, that's what gets me pumping, man, to build my car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the worst part. You get that itch again.
You get there and you
doing this. It's not
fun. That's the problem. You get there and you used to being a little bit fast. You don't have to be the fastest, but you're used to being fast. Everybody either wanting to race you or not wanting to race you because you're fast. And right now you're You're in the back of the pack.
You're nothing. You're top
Right
liver.
now, I'm nobody, bro.
Yeah, but
Damn
that's
it.
what it's kind of good though because like the M3 is like so slow. It's like I don't even try to like. I've never raced it. I desire to race it. So it's one of those things where it's like
Oh
you can't
man.
sit there and like come at me for saying this is my car. Like if I'm gonna build a car, like I'm fucking. You know what I mean? Like I'm building a car.
And
Like I'm
it's
not gonna
funny,
build a slow
bro.
car.
And it's funny. You create, you create a reputation for yourself. And every time I go somewhere, always somebody looking through the hood or something to see, the R8 actually. They're looking to see if they see pipes or exhaust or something
Nails there,
because
right?
it's Omar. It has to be built.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm sure you got something in there. I already put something.
Yeah, you're
No,
being shady, this and that. I know how you are. Blah
yeah.
blah blah. Yeah,
I
never.
I haven't touched my car. It's not even tuned. It's
Yeah,
nothing. Nothing. It's not even. No, I haven't touched it. Believe me, when I decide to tune my car, it's gonna be a full blown freaking race car. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't go half ass builds. When I go, I go. You know what I'm saying? I learned that. I already learned that part already with my first GTR.
do it right or do it 18 times.
There you go. And then
Or
pay
do it.
for it 18 times. No,
Yeah,
forget
and then
that.
you
I
end
don't
up
do that
paying
no more.
3 times as much as you should have in the first place.
Nah, no, not me,
It
brother.
costs
Been
money to
there,
do it right.
been there, done that. Learn the first time. That's it.
Do your research, people.
Yeah, that's it, brother.
Omar,
All
I
right, my
think
man. I
got
think
it.
uh, I think we've been here almost 2 hours, and I think if we wanted to, we keep going for another one or two.
The amount of people that texted me saying "Bring me on, bring me on." I think we might have to get some good
Bro,
names too. I think everyone would like. I think we might have to.
listen. This is Zoom. We can give whoever the link, and we can bring him on, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think if you guys want, maybe like a third or like a Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Omar will get happy again. We'll go on and bring some people on and
Let's try to do something every week. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Let's try
definitely.
to set something up every week, and yeah, man, we'll bring people. I don't care, man.
Yeah.
Everybody
Some,
can tell the
some old,
story, man, and
some
talk.
old faces that can been around the same thing. I think it'd be good.
Absolutely, man. 100%, bro.
Bring in some of the leaders in the industries, whatever. I mean,
Hell,
it's good to
hell
hear
yeah, man. Maybe,
perspectives.
maybe they can teach us something, bro.
I don't, that's the best part. We're still all learning so much about this stupid platform, the GTR platform, every year,
Every year, bro.
every month. There's always something new coming out with this stupid car.
Yep, yep.
It's people always say, "Oh, you buy another GTR," and it's like, yes, I will 100% own another one. I know you will too. You're the same way.
100%, 100%.
One of those cars, kind of where you just, it's there. It's a GTR.
You can't get away. I can't get away from it, man. I can't get out of my mind.
All these stupid events. We still support all the people that we dealt with and stuff. We
You
still
know,
keep in touch with everyone. It is. It's the best community, hands down in the car community. It is 100%.
100%. Listen,
Communities like it.
I don't care, man. Listen, you have an RA sitting in their garage, and it doesn't feel right, man. It doesn't feel the same, bro.
Yeah, because you'll never have this. I mean, dude, the relationships and everything that we got out of the GTRs and stuff is something that
Yeah.
you can't pay for that. That's hard to
Nah,
replicate.
nah,
But
forget it.
we'll be back on here again. Hopefully, I'm back on here again at least.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. 100%, bro.
We covered a little bit, but I mean, like you said, we could talk for another 5 hours
Ah,
realistically.
forget it. We could be here all freaking night, shooting the shit like you say.
But thanks for having me. We
Bro.
appreciate it.
Thanks for spending the time with me and helping me out with this shit, man. We'll do it again soon, brother.
Absolutely. Enjoy your night. Everyone else, same thing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.
All right, bro. Be good. Talk to you later.
It's cool that we all kind of like impact something, leave an impression one way or another. It's
100%, bro. Absolutely.
It might sound corny to some people, but don't be afraid to be proud of something you've done.
Nah, never, man. All right, bro. Be good, man. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So there was Connor. A little bit of his story, a little bit of our story, and some of other people's story. Let's see. Yeah, well, I see. I see some. I see some nice comments over here. Uh, I'm not gonna answer any of that stuff. I don't know any of that. Um, anyways, it's getting late, boys. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, as always. All right, um, guys. Like, subscribe to the channel. That's the only thing I would ask from you guys. Comment if you like. If you have something to say. Um, like Connor said, I wanna bring people in. If you got a story, and you wanna go on the live stream, this is I'm doing this on Zoom basically, and all I have to do is I'll post the link on the description, and you can try to come in the Zoom, and I'll see it there. So anybody can come. I mean, I don't care. This is a free platform to speak your mind and tell your story. So little by little, we're gonna do that. That's what I want to do. I wanna have everybody participate. Everybody, we're a community. We all know each other. We all raced each other. We all gone to events. So I love to hear everybody's story if you got one. So appreciate everybody tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully next week. I want to do this every week. So, all right, I'm gonna sign out of here. It's Sunday night. Tomorrow's a work day. Hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm out.